Hi, thanks for joining me this week. I often get people asking me how to deal with negative people in negative situations. And it can be very difficult when we think about it because there might be someone who's negative or an energy sucker in our work environment, or it might be in our friend or family circle. So these are people that you spend a lot of time with and people that you're around quite a bit. It can be difficult when we're in that space because we almost tend to take on their negativity as well. And whatever you're putting out is what you're getting back. So if someone's coming to you to complain or to be angry and aggressive for really no big reason at all, you really do have to step back and just remember to keep your cool. If you meet negativity with negativity, you're not going to get anything else from that. If anything, it's just going to brew even more. So as difficult as it might be to look at someone who's being harsh or critical on you and to sit back with a different eye, you really do have to sit back and just say, where is this person coming from? Is that negativity even directed at me? Is it something that's going on in their life that they have an issue with? Is there something happening in the existing environment that they want to just discuss or to vent about? Depending on the situation, you can try to disarm it with a little bit of humor. A little bit of humor can go a long way. So there might be a small incident where, it feels like everything is completely falling apart around you at work, when really it's not a big deal, but someone else is seeing it as a big deal. If they come to you in that state when it feels like there's nothing else that can be done and there's too many issues to deal with, being able to sit back and really disarm them with some humor can go a long way to change the energy of that situation. But let's be honest, sometimes people just need to vent. And sometimes it's just a matter of sitting down with someone and setting a limit. Okay, you're having a rough day, you're having a situation, you need to get it off your chest. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Keep this as a thought in your head. I wouldn't necessarily say it out loud to the person as they're coming to you with this negativity, but keep it in your head to realize that you've got about 5 minutes to let them just let it out. Sometimes someone just needs to tell you what's going on, put it all on the table, and then it'll be done with. And hopefully within those 5 minutes, you can realize that this person's just needed to work something out. But at some point, you have to become proactive and not reactive. So as opposed to sitting there and just saying, yes, you're right, everything's awful, this is horrible, we're not going to get anything done, or yes, your particular mood is justified and you're right, everything's horrible in this world, it's terrible. You really need to change that reactivity to proactivity. So what can we do in this situation? If something has gone wrong, how can we fix it? How can we work together as a team to make this work in a way that makes sense to everybody? And at the end of the day, you really want to pick your battles. What do you really want to fight for? Is it really worth it sometimes to deal with people who are just coming at you with negativity? Or do you want to pick and choose when you choose to actually fight a battle? When it's actually worth your time and energy to say something? I think the most important thing to remember is that we can't control everything in this world. And we definitely can't control how people react to situations, whether it's the situations that they're in or whether it's something that we've said to them and how they react to it. So as opposed to getting back into that space with someone who's being negative and feeding into that energy, change it around and realize that you can't control everything. So if shit has hit the fan and everything's going wrong, step back and say, well, what can I do to fix this situation? And what can I not do right now to change anything? And those things you just don't worry about, including people, including situations and things that happen. The more we worry about things and the more we take on other people's negativity, the more we create negative energy. So the next time someone comes to you with a negative situation or just a negative vibe, step back and really take another look at the perspective and understand if it's that person or if it's a specific situation that's causing that negativity and what you can do to really flip that energy around. Thanks. We'll talk to you next week.